Hello, hello. Alrighty. So, we are once again back to streaming. It's been, yeah, the last time we streamed was the Game Awards, which was almost a month, maybe over a month ago now. So that's pretty crazy. Uh, Hold on. Still trying to get things set up exactly how I want them. I think maybe resize this a little bit. Okay. Okay. And oh yeah, the small little bit of my game source isn't capturing. I should probably also figure that one out. Here we go. Okay. And give it a minute. There we go. Alrighty. Let's go ahead. Transition. Well, it has been a hot minute, but it looks like everything is streaming correctly. We're all doing the do. Everything looks good. And if you'll notice, there is a brand new death counter that is up at the top right. This is not a Steel Soul run. I'm not that crazy yet. But this is a challenge run that I am tentatively dubbing the Depraved run, based off of the the very the class from Dark Souls where you start with no clothes and no weapons whatsoever. This we are doing a Silksong run where we are not picking up any upgrades or any tools. And on top of that, just to really drive the point home, we are not healing. So no binding throughout the entire game, start to finish. There technically will be binding for cutscenes and points that we have no other choice but to bind. But anytime during the actual game itself, I will not be healing. Which is why I'm not doing Steel Soul, because I imagine I'm going to be dying a lot. And this might be a a really long playthrough, especially if we try to get through ending. Um, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm excited. Excited to get back into Silksong. I was thinking about just playing something else. Keeping the idea of like, oh, maybe I'm a variety streamer. I think I think the truth is that I might be a solo streamer and I might do variety stuff on occasion. Playing Hollow Knight is a lot of fun to me, and I think these challenge runs I wouldn't do them if I didn't have an audience or just the ability to record them and look back on them, just to kind of document these challenges. They see your beauty, so frail and fine. They see your peace, woven of faith and toil. They forget your heart, bound in slumber and servitude. When you wake, they shall see your truth, a beast's nature bare to all. Uh, I really do love these little poems. I'm, again, not much of a lore head to really tear them apart and be like, it's referencing this. But, I mean, knowing what we know, also, as a sort of disclaimer, just getting out of the way, for anyone watching the VOD, this is I'm gonna spoil this game rotten. I've played this game multiple times. Anyone who knows me knows that this is a game I'm intimately familiar with. So, sound is the sound a little low? I might have to adjust the sound. It doesn't seem to be. It's pretty small on OBS's end. I think my mic is okay. I'd hope my mic is okay. But we'll see. And might have to be adjustments that I make for future streams, and this one's just going to be a little scuffed, as the first stream often is. But yeah, we got the little silk fly. Uh, it'd be interesting with future content that may come out to get a bit more information about like what exactly happened. A lot of people have obviously speculated about who sent the Silkfly, but in my opinion, I think it would be neat if the Silkfly itself was somebody of like some lore importance, and maybe it was that the Silkfly is mindless and it just got sent by Lace, or I think Lace is the current frontrunner for who's most likely to have sent the Silkfly to break the cage. You know, she was seen commanding Silkflies before. Her sister Phantom also has some relation to Silkflies, and she is, you know, a rebellious teenager, essentially. So it makes sense that she'd want to free Hornet just to kind of toy with her. Yeah, this does seem pretty quiet. But yeah, it might be someone else, or it might be that the Silkfly itself has agency. Let me... Audio. Let's... Let's see how this goes with OBS. Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. I just don't want the game to drown out, you know, my dulcet tones, because obviously everyone comes here to the stream for yours truly, and not the various masochistic tendencies that I fall into. Nah, it's all about me. But yeah, I mean, the start of the game is going to be pretty identical to, you know, most people's playthroughs, but it's going to very quickly become apparent how much more difficult it is when you don't use any abilities. And I suppose that this is also a good time to clarify what I mean by no abilities. So we are not getting any stat upgrades, so no mass shards, no spool fragments, no nail upgrades. And then we're also not picking up any tools. If a point in the game requires us to pick up a tool in order to progress, like for instance the snare setter, we can pick it up, but we won't be able to use it. And then in the case of, I think the main exception, which is unfortunate, or I think there are two main exceptions. Main exception number one is we're going to need to get Silk Spear in order to progress throughout the rest of the map. You need it to release Bell Beast, and also, you know, in order to get access to Bell Beast. There is a method to avoid the Bell Beast fight, and it involves going through the Wormways. That would be a viable option for us if it wasn't for the fact that it requires you to bind in the air in order to get some extra momentum out of your jump. So, because we can't bind, we can't do that skip, which means that we're not able to... we have to fight Bell Beast. And on top of that, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm already putting myself through a lot doing this challenge. I don't want to lock out my ability for fast travel on top of everything else that I'm... on top of all the other handicaps I'm doing. You know, I guess we don't need to pick up moss berries if we're not picking up any tools, but we'll get it anyway, just because I think it's fun. But yeah, I think the general vibe we're going for is low percent, not the absolute minimum percent possible, because we will be picking up movement upgrades. Your boy needs his double jump, and I'm not gonna apologize for that. But yeah, so main exception number one is Silk Spear. We will be using it to get to Bell Beast, and then we will unequip it and never use it again. And then on the same note, we'll also pick up the Silk Heart, which we won't be able to use because we don't have Silk skills, we don't have tools that spend Silk, and we can't bind. So Silk is functionally worthless in this challenge mode. Here we have the first boss, Moss Mother. I suppose, actually, we do have one use for Silk, and that is the challenge button, or the taunt. And for those who don't know, when you taunt, you expend 1 pip of Silk, and then your next attack, I believe, increases by 50%. So it might be something, it's incredibly minimal, but if we're playing kind of very slow and steady, which I think is the only way we're going to be able to survive this, it would make sense to kind of spend boss downtime taunting in order to just squeeze a tiny little bit of damage out of the fight. Oh, there we have the first tick of damage in the game. And there we go. Yeah, I could have gone a lot more aggressive, but I was also yapping and wanted to sort of show off the taunt. Also, wait a second. That, I just noticed. I accidentally turned off Hornet's voice. I was like, where's my Garama? Garama! There we go. But yeah, so main exception is using Silk Spear. The second exception is, in order to get to Act 3, there are a couple of quests we need to do, and the rewards for those quests are tool upgrades. Obviously, if we're not using tools, tool upgrades aren't going to help us at all. So, I don't mind getting those, but we will be avoiding getting any additional optional tool upgrades, just because it'd be funny for me to beat Act 3 and see the percentage be as low as possible. That's kind of what I'm shooting for.
That's fine. Nesvir. Megina Fora.
Our new objective, climb up and find the Great Citadel. I'm probably not going to be really reading a ton of the dialogue. I might if people are in chat and they want me to. But I think just while I'm all alone by myself, I'm just gonna be blazing through this game, trying to make good time. In terms of today, I would really love to get to the Citadel by the end of stream today. That might not happen. I've never done a no tool run. I've done no bind runs. Well, I'm currently in the middle of a no bind run. Let me clarify that. But I've gotten pretty far into it. There certainly are, like, once when we get pretty deep in Act 2, I think that's when we're gonna hit, like, a real wall. High Halls is gonna be awful, and, what else? A Bile Water. The Grohl the Great is gonna be really tough. But most everything else, I think, is going to be challenging but manageable. We'll definitely see. Now, okay, well, while we're here, and, you know, this is a challenge run, I think it's fun to kind of show off a bit of speedrunning tech that I am vaguely aware of. I am not a speedrunner at all, and I don't keep up to date with all of the skips, but there is something you can do with this little guy and getting up to that platform. Ah, dang it. So he can only take 3 hits, so I only have a limited amount of options. Ah, so close. Okay. Okay, come on. Ah, dang it, I was too far away. Oh well. But yeah, that's the idea. I've done it before, but I'm not gonna waste my time trying to do it. But yeah, this is the first combat arena of many. Yo, Gabe, what's good? Aw, yeah. It's the boy. They got slow-mo in this game? Yeah, man. 7 years of development. They really, you know, pulled out all the stops. But look, it's the boy. Hoy, did you see it, Red Maiden? The Great Gate heard my song, and in its infinite and ancient kindness opened the way forward for us. What luck for us to meet at this moment. We can set off on the great road together. Or perhaps I'll tarry here just a little longer. I want to sing a song of gratitude to this noble gate. I'm Sherma, by the way. Just another humble pilgrim like yourself. If you ever need assistance on the road ahead, sing out my name, I'll be sure to find you. Me and my lucky chime are at your service. The boy. And here we have the first little bit of money. Poor no longer. I suppose we could also break this. Although, maybe it would make sense to not immediately break every single rosary bead that I get my hands on, because I'm no longer playing in Steel Soul. I've definitely played enough Steel Soul runs to where my brain is just like, oh yeah, I'm just never gonna die. And I'm never gonna lose my currency, because if I die, the run's over. So I just break every rosary bead that I have. But if I know I'm gonna be dying a lot in this challenge run, so I'm probably need to break that habit a little bit and hold on to some rosary beads just in case. Nice. You know, I think if I was smart, I would probably go ahead and unbind the healing key from my controller so that I wouldn't accidentally press bind. That's actually, that sounds too reasonable. Let me see if I can do that. Can I do that in-game, or do I have to go into Steam controls? Guess I could bind it to something that I'm never going to use. No. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm going to be less likely. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm now immediately paranoid about randomly pressing the button, but I haven't done it a lot during my playtesting, so I think I did it earlier on, but I kind of broke that habit, so I'll probably be fine. It's fine. But yeah, this platform down goes to the platform that I failed to skip previously, so I would have just avoided that whole walkabout. Hello. How you doing, Chakra? I don't need your maps. I will be saving my money for... I honestly don't know what. I can't really buy much of anything. Okay. That's cool. But I guess the main thing I'll be purchasing with my money is just benches and fast travel stations, because there's not much, I guess, and then simple keys. The main thing that I'm going to that I need to be saving up for right now is a simple key to get into the wormways early, so that I can avoid having to fight Lace and a good chunk of Farfields until I need to go back to it to get Glide. So let's go ahead and go down here and open up the elevator while I'm thinking about it. Then grab some money. We need 500 for the simple key, so got a ways to go, but there's some money caches relatively close. But yeah, I didn't originally plan on doing this challenge run. I was thinking about just immediately jumping into my my version of a Nestlock that I did for Hollow Knight, just in Silksong, which would be Steel Soul, but have less restrictions on using upgrades. And I realized that this game is really, really hard. And Steel Soul was already really tough when I was just going, you know, no restrictions, and was able to pick up all the upgrades that I wanted. So The idea of trying to do that without any of the damage upgrades or the health upgrades was incredibly daunting. So I figured I would do a sort of warm-up challenge run that has more restrictions in terms of what tools I can use, so that I kind of hone my ability. Yeah, I need to get good at the basics of combat and maneuvering around enemies. And then when I have that, then I can go into a Steel Soul run without any damage upgrades or health upgrades with a lot more confidence. Because if I can beat the game with nothing, slowly, painfully, I will have learned how to do everything in the hardest possible context. So everything else will be comparatively easier for a quote-unquote perfect run. But yeah, we just got our first Silk skill, which we will not be using for very long. We could have broken those little like bands of silk in order to get past and get some extra money and whatnot. But considering that this is supposed to be a no abilities, no tools kind of run, I will only use Silk Spear in the one place where it is mandatory, which is right here. It's the pupper. It's Bell Beast. I want to say it's the boy, but I'm pretty sure it's confirmed that the Bell Beast is in fact a girl, because she's referred to as a mom. So yeah, we're just going to use Taunt a whole lot in order to slightly increase our damage. But otherwise, we're playing the game pretty safe, pretty normal. And then for this phase, you just want to hit the bells back. Like, they do kind of bounce in random directions, but if you hit them, they just go away from you. So... then the bells that the Bell Beast throws out from the middle will roll, whereas all the other bells will bounce. But that boss is pretty straightforward. I definitely died the first time when I fought it. So I think that Bell Beast is a great introduction to, hey, this game's pretty tough. But when you play it enough times, not a whole lot to it. She's only got like 3 attacks anyway. But here we are, getting one of the few sort of unfortunately mandatory upgrades that we will basically be making almost no use of. Like, we will have, like, it will be useful for Clawline, is kind of the main thing. And then I guess we'll always be able to use the Taunt to get some extra damage. But this is a Silk Heart. It allows us to regenerate 1 pip of Silk every few seconds or so. So we'll never be completely silkless. And here's some, like, random lore dialogue that nobody cares about. But we have consumed a Silk Heart. And, alongside that, we have unlocked the Bell Beast. And she's such a good girl. Yes, she is. Oh, who's a good girl. Oh. Not breaking the game so you don't get mandatory upgrade. I feel lied to. What happened to no upgrades? So that's actually, I was explaining earlier, there is actually a route to avoid Bell Beast entirely. However, it requires you to bind. And so between the choice of no upgrades or no binding, I would rather keep no binding as sacred as possible compared to no upgrades. Because upgrades in this game, this is a Metroidvania. I need to be able to dash, I need to be able to glide, I need to be able to claw line. Those are required to beat the game. There's no way around them. Find the glitch is great. I think there is some glitch that allows you to lose collision, but that requires you, I believe, to start a save and like go to the final boss and then glitch it out and then load a different file and then have like multiple instances of a room be loaded by the game simultaneously to cause it to freak the heck out about where you are in relation to the world. I watched a video on that one time, and I'm not terribly interested in learning how to do that. So, your guess is as good as mine, man. People just really like, you know, especially some people who have an intuition or just the not like game, you know, programmer knowledge on how, you know, different events and actions are called, and they can make a pretty educated guess of like, oh hey, this is probably a new instance of something being loaded. If we could find a way to unload or reload it, the game might do something funny. And so they try it, they stress test it, and wouldn't you know, if you go to someone's joints and just swing a sledgehammer at them, the knee's gonna cave in. And like, it doesn't matter how well constructed the knee is, it's a joint. It's not designed to take a sledgehammer to it. And so, one thing that I have heard is that people who have tried to break the game are generally fairly complimentary to how well, like, how many failsafes the game has for trying to keep it from crashing. Which, again, is also very nice. The knee is an F-tier joint to begin with, that doesn't count. I feel like the fact that it allows for basic locomotion that is quintessential to human survival makes it pretty solid. I know that your knees might be F-tier, Gabe, because they're lacking in cartilage, but that doesn't mean that every knee is therefore immediately F-tier. I think that's just kind of a skill issue on your part. Hey, yeah, hay is for horses. I'm listening. But yeah, I mean, the long and short of it is, I am not playing. The point of this run is not to adhere to the strict letter of the law and be like, oh, you know, how can I break this game in half in order to fulfill the arbitrary, you know, requirements I set on myself. It's meant to be, hey, I'm gonna tie all, like, 3 of my limbs behind my back and see if I can still kill God. Yeah, no, I will 100%. The shoulder is a goated joint. Ball and socket is such a cool joint to have. The knee's just floating there. I mean, you know, it's trying its best. It has to support the entire body. Like, it's got a tough job. Now, the first question that I have, why is it just there? It needs to be flexible, but it also needs to be rigid. Like it has to be able to, like, whereas the shoulder isn't holding up much more than the weight of the arm. It can be super mobile and reliable, so it doesn't need to do a whole lot. The hip, again, that is a joint, but it doesn't really bend, like, it doesn't need to bend nearly as much as the knee does, nor does it support as much weight as the knee does, because the knee is also supporting your thighs in addition to your entire torso and arms. So, like, the knee is supporting, like, alongside your ankles, the knees are supporting a ton of weight, and they also need to have a ton of mobility. So, cut them a little bit of slack here. It's a tough job to have. Ooh, that was clean. That was very clean. So that guy is really tough with you if you don't have dash, because when he does that jumping attack, you don't have enough movement speed with just your normal walk to be able to get away from him. If you have dash, then you're able to dash away just kind of panic style. So that requires you to just be incredibly calm and watch whenever he tries to go for a jump, and then immediately walk under him. So, we're now into Hunter's March, which many people complain. Hunter's March is kind of like, as a Dark Souls comparison, it's going down into the crypt with all the skeletons in Dark Souls 1 instead of going towards the city. That's kind of the best comparison, where it's like, you're not really supposed to go in this direction this early, but you can. And it's got some goodies. The reason why I like to go to Hunter's March early is because it gives, a lot of the enemies give a lot of money. And so I don't have to spend time grinding. I can just walk through Hunter's March, and if I survive, then hot dog, I've basically got enough money to buy the simple key. Yeah, so yeah, Hunter's March is greed, is just pure greed. But yeah, that one guy just gave me 25 not Geo, rosaries. And then I think this is like either 80 or 120. It's 80. So we're basically, oh, 120, no. So yeah, we have enough money to buy the simple key now. I could go back. That'd be the sensible thing to do. But we will press forward. And I forgot, yeah, you need to dash. You need to have dash in order to avoid that one. Oh well. Yes, I am quite rich. But we are doing a very stupid thing of going into a room with a combat challenge after I took 2 damage. And if I die, then I need to go back here and do the combat challenge again in order to pick up my money, otherwise I'm gonna lose it. So, this is pure, I just want to put this out here. I'm not playing smart right now. This is me being dumb because I'm feeling confident. Okay, and yep, Chakra's here. 2, 3, 4. So, I appreciate Chakra in theory. The problem is that there's a lot going on, and Chakra is really noisy and loud in terms of, like, all of her animations. So I think I'm just gonna sort of play very passive here and just let her do most of the work. Because otherwise, if you try and get too involved, you end up taking extra damage, because you don't know where the enemies are. Yep, like that. Okay. Yep, okay. Hello, Zero. Oh, we get to do this!
Oh!
I, spent time before stream setting up a death counter that's bound to keybinds. Yeah, no, like, the animations on Chakra are really cool. They're just really, really distracting. But we made, like, that was the last wave of enemies. If I hadn't gotten hit by that trap, we very likely could have made it through first try. So, I'm not feeling too bad about the first death. And at the end of the day, this is not a minimum death kind of, like, challenge. I'm just trying to make it through. Ah. Alrighty, Zero. Have fun. Welcome home, I suppose, wherever your home is. Okay, we're not gonna step on that button. We're just gonna wait for this ant to go under. Okay. Bingo bango. We're just gonna avoid this guy. And just like that, we're back, and we got our money. Yippee! Never punished. Alright, and then ants from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was frustrating. Chakra's shockwave attack pushed the enemy into me, so I took contact damage. That sucks. What are you gonna do? Alrighty, we're making good progress. I was paying attention to the wrong guy. Okay, last guy. Okay, let's not. Okay. Not worried. Never worried. Thank you, Chakra. Who are you calling for, Chakra? Your voice echoes through the caverns. I came deeper into Farloom in search of my mentor, the greatest of my tribe. I could not keep the pace, though, and her trail grew cold. She will have traveled much farther by now, but if I keep moving and stay vigilant, I will reunite with her. Might as well buy some maps. I mean, well, yeah. I guess Mara, why not? Obtained a map. In order to get to Act 3, we will need to buy all of her maps, so that's another reoccurring cost. But it would really suck if I died on the way to the next bench, because we still got a few more runes to travel through before I can get to it. Thank you, spikes. Avoid that button. Just take this guy out. That was a little close. Avoid this button, avoid that button. And then we're almost to the bench. And wabam. Do we want to sit in the bench? We could heal. Oh. I was trying to not accidentally step on the bench, and then I accidentally pressed up, which triggered the trap, but we didn't get punished because we stepped off fast enough. So, never punished. That would have been hilarious if I was just trying to play coy and then ended up getting hit by the trap that I knew was there and had to walk all the way back. That would have been beautiful. That would have been a clip. Alright, we have absolutely no reason to go up here. Except for the fact that it'd be funny. So I'm going to show this off, and then I'm probably going to bail. But there is a skip you can do in order to get up to this room early, when you normally would need wall jump. Ah, I almost had it. I think I'm just gonna demonstrate getting up to the room, and then I'm gonna jump back down, because the only thing that's in there is money, which I don't need, and it is locked and is blocked behind some very tough enemies that I am also not really wanting to fight. But yeah, getting up here, walking here. Oh man, it's another big guy, and he spawns a little guy. But they don't block the door, so I'm just gonna leave. Go back to the bench. Doop-a-da-doo. And then from here, we're able to go into another combat arena. This one's a lot nicer than the first one, because you can technically get to this combat arena without going through Hunter's March. You just kind of dip into it briefly. So this one is not meant to challenge you nearly as much as the one with Chakra is. I'm playing super reckless. I mean, there's not really much punishment. I know there's a bench nearby. Yo, I love my looking down tutorial. Pick up some extra money. Then go ahead and open up this passageway. And just like that, we're about to get the best upgrade in the game. Movement upgrade. Again, we're not picking up any sort of increase to our combat ability. So this is you could argue that movement upgrades are an increase to combat ability, because it allows us to not get hit. Bound to the ancestral art, swift step. I gotta say, after playing so much of this game, going back to Hollow Knight is gonna feel so bad, dude. Because the dash in Hollow Knight is so rigid compared to the sprint system in this game. But like, oh, it's so buttery smooth, man. Like, look at this. Oh my goodness, this game's peak. It's the best. I do think I need to get a tiny bit more money before I can go and get the simple key, because I do need to. I would like to buy the Belby station. Oh, this might be enough. Let's see. I don't think the Belby station is 60, so I think we're good. Let's see. 40? We're good. We're goated. Nope. Yeah, this is a good opportunity, to... Hold on. Give me one moment. No one saw anything. Okay, I think... Let's see. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the problem with playing on a Nintendo Switch controller is that even though I have bound jump to B button, which is at the bottom of the controller, the game still, because it knows that it's a Nintendo Switch controller, it still wants to use A, which to be confirm. And A is the bind button. So the occasional slip up that might happen from me, that I've since hopefully rectified. Yes, okay, it seems like that's the case. I've since solved the problem, but the slightest of hiccups there was that there will be instances in which I will be menuing and pressing A to confirm, and then if I am impatient and press A one too many times, I will immediately bind. So, oops. I did technically, not technically, arguably, I did catch myself before the bind completed, and I was at full health. It accomplished nothing. I immediately quit the menu. I'm not going to start over from scratch just for that, because I don't, again, this isn't really a matter of adhering to the strict letter of the law kind of challenge. This is more of a tying my hands behind my back challenge. So I'm not going to lose much sleep over that mistake, but I have since solved the problem, so it won't happen again. And here we go, get to terrify this scared pilgrim. She went down here to hide from everyone else, because she gets anxious, and so we just burst out of the bells on a giant, terrifying beast. Good job, Hornet. I'm proud of you. Letting the locals know who's boss. But yeah, bingo bango. We're 5. We're 5 berries short. That's hilarious. I don't think that that wishes contribute to percentage. And I know that we need to do these. So I guess I might as well just grab... I'll just grab them. I mean, why not? Okay, so I can't do that one. I'll just go ahead and grab all the other wishes. And then we take the elevator that we so lovingly let down for ourselves. I'm gonna go over here real fast just to get back some money. And also maybe pick up a few extra shell shards. Kind of a tongue twister saying that one. Shell shards. Shell shards, shell shards, shell shards. And there we go. So we have enough for that first wish. Go in here, ignore the fragment. Oh yeah, we can pick up, strip the people of their clothes for money. Waste not, want not, I suppose, but it is a little morbid. very, very D&D, like, I loot the bodies, what do I get? But even then, like, most of the time, when you're playing D&D, and the players go like, oh, I want to loot the bodies, what do I get? You just go, well, the only thing that's of note is, like, you know, insert the whatever weapons they had on their person, and maybe some extra pocket change. But in this case, we are literally just stripping them of their clothes. Because people need clothes, and those that have succumbed to the haunting don't need them, because they're mindless. So, sorry, buddy. I need more. I need your clothes more than you do. And we're just gonna run straight past that guy. Don't need to fight him. There is a mass shard down here that we can look at, but cannot touch. And then we got... Okay. I need to get better about menuing. Ay. Because I keep pressing... I'm now at the point... Okay. So I need to be more intentional about which button I'm pressing. Definitely a bit of a holdover from the Switch. Oops. Maybe I should add an extra counter for accidental binds. Because we're already at 2 now, and I feel like that number's not going to stay at 2. Maybe something for next stream. I'll just have to make a note that I've already accidentally bound twice. Oh, nice. The other thing that we could do, actually, that's really smart. Yeah. So I just thought of a tech to avoid making that mistake. So when you go to press the bind button, but you don't have enough silk to bind, the meter will just shake a little bit. So my thought is, let's... Oh, goodness. My thought is, if we hit full silk, we'll just intentionally taunt in order to spend the silk so that we go back down. In fact, we could just constantly just drain our silk so that we have extra hits that we can make. This is interesting. I didn't think that we would be intentionally draining silk as a means to avoid accidentally binding. That's some fun tech. And then yeah, we need some movement upgrades to get access to that. Though we have no reason to go into there, because it just gives a silk skill that we won't use. I think what might be fun is we go for, minimum percent up until we beat the game, and then maybe sort of as a cleanup stream, or like cleanup streams plural. Nice. It'd be fun to go back and get all of the items that we intentionally skipped over and turn this into a 100% file. That'd be pretty cool. Also, I really need to rest at the bench in Bone Bottom instead of just skipping over it and having to fast travel back every time. Yeah, I'm really just padding out my gameplay. Oh yeah, I also died. Oh! I keep pressing A to confirm all my menus. I'm gonna need to break that habit. The pupper. Okay, okay, okay. Ah, I keep trying to pogo off of that guy, but he just moves at the last second. But yeah, going through the wormways is a little tough. Especially, like, normally what you would do is you would just use the falling worms to replenish your silk and then just slowly heal and just kind of damage tank your way through this area. But because I'm not able to bind, I just need to be extra careful to not get hit by them, because all of these falling worms do 2 masks of damage. Not everything. It's a bit of a meme, and to be fair, when the game first released, it was more of the case. There were more environmental hazards that did 2 masks of damage, and there were more enemies that did 2 masks, and they got nerfed. I disagree. I disagree with some of the changes, but I understand the reasoning. My main complaint is that there are some hazards in Act 2 that really should be double damage, but then they got nerfed alongside everything else. And so it just feels inconsistent. So it's like the only environmental hazard that does double damage now is just really hot steam. And that doesn't make a lot of sense when in the same area you'll come across like giant, you know, saw blades, and those only do 1 mask. And it's like, why? Would I rather be hit with really hot steam or get my insides torn into outsides by giant saw blades? You know, like, don't get me wrong, I know steam can be really dangerous. Like, you know, 3rd degree burns are, you know, 2nd and 3rd degree burns are nothing to scoff at. But at the end of the day, I'd take my chances with steam before I take my chances throwing myself into a saw blade. Do I have money to buy? I do have money to buy a map. Why not? Greetings, Chakra. It is a welcome surprise to hear your call echo through these crumbling tunnels. How goes the search for your master? Bashonka. It is a difficult task to track anything in these caverns while the worms ceaselessly churn the rock. Still, I can see that my master has traveled here. Her path within this land was winds strangely. I wonder at her intent. It is no matter, though. She can enlighten me when again we meet. Until then, I will continue in her shadow. Yeah, I might as well buy... I'll buy one of the cheaper maps. With A. Goodness. Ah, dang it, I bonked. Alrighty, we got through the wormways, and now, bit of a hop and a skip. And just like that, we're now in Shellwood. So, to kind of give a... oh, I can't really scroll around on the map. But essentially, can I use my mouse? Hold on. Hold on. No, I can't use my mouse in this menu. That sucks. But let me zoom out. So essentially, Bone Bottom and then the Marrow, what you're supposed to do is go through the Deep Docks, then into Far Fields, then up into Greymore, then into Bellheart, then into Shellwood. So we skipped like 3 or 4 areas, essentially, with this route, which is very cool. Okay, yeah, no, we need to go right first. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I was just literally pointing at the screen like an idiot. Yeah, just follow my finger, yeah. Once when I get more map areas, I'll get the ability to scroll, and with that, I'll be able to kind of demonstrate. Or no, I could probably buy some pins, and then that might be able to let me demonstrate what I'm trying to convey. Do I have money? I think I spent a... Yeah, I'm poor. I don't have any in reserve. Nope. Okay, so yeah, I'm very poor. Okay, so, check this skip out. It's actually really cool. This is called the Garma skip. And it involves using taunt repeatedly to lure this enemy. Oh, come on. That barely hit me. Well, I'm... This is not going well. Okay. But yeah, you let this guy just kind of... Just like that. Hornet proceeded to call the flying flower many slurs to get it to chase her. Yeah, that's basically what's happening. I mean, it's more of a taunt to challenge to combat, but you know, the principle's sound. The reason why you do that skip is to the right of us is a boss fight, and so you can essentially just skip that entire boss fight and just get straight to the upgrade. The boss isn't terribly hard, mind you, but it's a fun skip. If I don't die like an idiot trying to navigate around these flowers, then it'll be worth it. Oh, that jump is deceptively difficult, because you need to do... Like, those 3 flowers that I just jumped over, you need to dive and then do a lean backwards and then dash forward because you don't have enough momentum off of the first flower bounce to get to the second flower bounce. That is deceptively difficult. But here we got the wall jump, and now the game really opens up to us. Go ahead and Garma for Silkloss, so I don't accidentally heal again. And so, this is actually, this little guy right here, the little Splinter Bro, he's one of the enemies that got nerfed. He normally did 2 damage at base game, but then they nerfed him down to 1 damage, which is sad. Get some money. Yeah, I was about to go to the left in order to pick up a collectible, which is used for a quest. But then I remembered that I have no need to do that quest because I don't need the item, nor do I need the crest. that eventually comes out of that quest line. So, man, no upgrades really just gives you no incentive to do anything other than the main progression, huh? Ow. Oh, there's a flea up here. Just trying to remember why I wanted to go up here. The boy. Ow! These guys are a little annoying to deal with, to be honest, because they're hard to pogo off of, and they do 2 damage on contact. So you're just gonna lose a lot of health trying to deal with them. Up and the bro is like, from the top ring. This shaft has another fly guy in it, so we're just gonna wait for him to start going down, and then we fall him down. And then we loop under him. Kill him. And then this guy, I think we're just gonna try and avoid. Alrighty. And so with this, we've opened up a way back. Yeah, let's go ahead and open up the full way and get the bench up and running. I assume I hope I have money for the bench. I should. Oh yeah, I need to press that button. But I think I can get back up here. Yeah, I'm able to. Okay. I keep pressing. Dang it. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. And here we have another mandatory boss. Widow. We could speak to her, but we can just tell her to put up her dukes and immediately skip all the dialogue. Oh boy, that was close. Ah, I dashed. I shouldn't have dashed there. Okay. Ay, contact damage, man. It's brutal. Just play low and slow. Alright, that's phase 1. You gotta be careful, the bells will linger after the first bounce. And just like that, you'll take damage when you didn't think you were going to. And also, I'm now in range for her slashing attack to insta-kill me, because that does 2 masses of damage. But yeah, we're just, you play... The soundtrack gets really intense here, and so a lot of people will just kind of spurg out and play really aggressive because the music is getting aggressive, but you don't need to. Like, honestly, this fight isn't super, like, fast-paced. The music is, but the fight itself is actually pretty slow. And here we go, stealing her soul. And we learn a new ability, the Needle-In. Originally, I thought that the Needle-In was kind of a weird name because it plays nothing like a violin, but apparently it's actually named after the mandolin, which is a larger string instrument that is, you sort of put it on the ground in order to use it. So, Hornet just wraps some string around her needle, and it apparently has the resonance and frequency to create music notes. Because I'm pretty sure, I know nothing about instruments, but I'm pretty sure the way a violin works is that the body of the violin is where the sound comes from. Like the strings make a bit of sound, and then it resonates in the chamber of the violin, and that's what makes the sound good. But again, I know nothing about musical instruments. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that it's supposed to be a play off of mandolin and not violin. But I didn't know what a mandolin was before this game, so, you know, in my ignorance. And so this is actually a pretty interesting cutscene because it is really the only insight into how Silk treated the Weavers before the Weavers rebelled. Oh, you actually know how to play the mandolin? Oh, that's cool. Congratulations. But yeah, the cutscene is interesting because we have, oh. I gotcha. Violin, not mandolin. Yeah, I mean, I imagine string instruments are pretty, you could translate the skills without too much, you know, you need practice, obviously, but, you know, it's not, like, what's the difference between an organ and a piano? Some extra knobs and pedals, but, you know, the keys are all there. Organs sound cooler? Yeah, they sound a lot cooler. But, you know, the infrastructure needed to make a good sounding organ, it's a lot more than just, you know, a piano, which is pretty self-contained. But here we have Bellheart. Ah, dang it. And normally, you know, this is where we would get our first weapon upgrade. But we're not gonna be doing that. Yeah, no, this game really shows the benefit of so many years of development. Honestly, there's a bit of contention amongst the fan base because old trailers of the game basically showed the background with a lot less fog. Like, you could see the background and all of the various bell homes here a lot clearer in the older trailers, and people kind of like that style a bit more than the current vibe. I think both of them look great. I don't have much of a preference. I would play Inscription. I think Inscription is a much better game for streaming. And I would want you to beat Hollow Knight, like, pretty thoroughly before moving on to Silksong. But, Yeah, this game is very pretty. You will not get to Bellheart in your first play session. I can guarantee you that, Gabe. But from here, we could go in 2 directions. So, pulling up the map. Again, I can't do much with this. Wait, no, can I talk to Chakra? Is Chakra around? Let's see. She is! Here she is. I think if I buy... Ah, dang it. I think if I buy a shell marker, that should allow me to... I'll go ahead and buy Bellheart. So now, yeah, okay. Now I have a cursor. Yippee! Okay, so we're here. We have kind of 2 options. We could go to the left and go through sort of the quote-unquote intended path, or the more obvious path is kind of the better term for it. Or we could go to the right and go through what is essentially the back door into the Citadel. And so that is what we will be doing. Because it is, for my purposes, faster. Speedrunners have found a route that goes through the left side that is technically faster than the back door. But they are insane. And so, as the way that I route this currently, it is faster for me to take the back door. Which means that we will have to go through Sinner's Road. Which is not a very fun area, unfortunately. Also, look at the big chonker down there. What a big boy. Alright, did I spend? I think I spent all my money. Yep, I'm poor. So I don't have enough money to buy... I keep doing this to myself. I don't really plan ahead for what I do and don't need to purchase. Oh well. Oh, oops, I accidentally triggered. Probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Yeah, it is. That guy is a heckin' chonker. Oh my goodness. Bro's gonna wreck me, dude. There we go. Eesh. That was way too close. Alrighty. So I'm trying to remember the best way to get up there. I think... Yeah, I do think I need to go here. Ugh. Lame. Yeah. Now I remember. I remember. Ooh, money. poor no longer. Yep, and then we use that. Bounce. Oh, wanted to bounce off of that guy. Thank you. Open up that elevator. And we have entered Sinner's Road. And oh, look at that! How sad. A little spider has fallen from its cage. So lost, so weak. Poor little morsel. I can save you, little spider. All the trouble you'd face above. All the suffering. It's so simple. I'll just skewer you here and now. Pluck that flickering little life right out of you. Your threats are worthless, child. If you are my foe, stay your voice and raise your blade. Delicious! I like you already. But what a bore it would be to cut you down now, when you're so achingly close to our grand citadel. Climb higher, little spider. I want to savor your struggle just a little longer. So yeah, that dialogue is actually unique. Essentially, let me pull up the map again. If you go to the deep docks, normally the route has you go through deep docks and then into Farfields, and Lace is there, and in order to get into Farfields, you need to beat her. But if you do the route that I did and avoid deep docks almost entirely, you could skip her boss fight, but because the devs wanted you to interact with her before you got to the Citadel, they put those cutscenes there as a failsafe. So, another W by Team Cherry. Hello, Green Prince. I'm going to ignore you for now. Okay, I'm gonna try to do Chalamet skip. But this probably won't end well, because I'm not good at pogoing off of this guy. Yeah, no, he just tries to back away at the last minute to avoid the pogo. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, okay, okay. We're just gonna go through this room, and it sucks, but we'll just go slow. Okay. Slow and steady. Of course. Of course. Yep. Yeah, those spike throwing guys suck. They're one of the more annoying enemies in the game, because the spikes linger and they don't really disappear. So the longer you fight them without killing them, the more hazards they throw down. And the problem with that particular room is there's just so many enemy spawns that if you don't kill them one by one, you run the risk of just them like congealing into a death ball and then just cornering you and you're dead. So I'll probably try and just rush past them. At least enough to get my my cocoon back. Ay, ay, ay. And we're out. Oh, wait. Almost out. And we're out. Okay. Ay. Okay, we need to go over here and lower this platform so we don't have to go through that room again. We could try and stop at that bench. It's probably smart to try and do the bench, even though it'll be tricky. Can't hurt to at least try. Alright, so this bench is cursed. It's scuffed. It doesn't open all the way. So it's like, oh, hey, this place is awful and I don't want to stay here. I need to sit at a bench to reset my health. No, screw you. Do this platforming section first. And I don't have glide. Oh, goodness. Glide makes this a bit easier. Maybe I just avoid getting that bench and just get good. Oh, wait a second. I have not been keeping up with my death counters. Oh wow, you got Turkish delights. That's cool. The only thing I know about them is just like they're apparently good enough to betray your friends and family, according to Narnia. At least that's how the meme goes. It's been so long since I watched that movie. I also have never read the book. 100%, I agree. Wow, they must be really good then. I remember watching that movie as a kid. I don't remember a whole lot of it. Yeah. I remember... Oh, goodness. Did I? Okay, thank goodness. I remember that... I really only remember, like, the beginning, the fact that Santa appears and gives the kids presents, and the ending where they all fall out of their wardrobe. That's basically it. Wow, I'm really bad. I remember Bridges to Terabithia, though. Man, that... Yeah, I think I read the book first before I watched the movie, and yeah, that's certainly a story. Kind of just, I don't know. I feel like it's just has that ending just sucks, and it's like, yep, you thought this was, you know, a story about childlike whimsy and imagination? No, it's actually about how children deal with the loss of loved ones at a young age. Screw you. Oh! So, bad news, we died. Good news, we did manage to fix that bench, so... Love when they traumatize kids, yeah. If we manage to get back there and pick up our cocoon, we should be able to rest at that bench, and that will be our new spawn point going forward, which is nice, because the upcoming area is... tricky, to say the least. You're kidding me. So, the thing that I didn't really talk about is that in this area, there's a special status that you get when you fall in the water, that you would just get covered in muck maggots. And so the downside of getting covered in muck maggots is that your silk slowly drains. For this challenge, that means nothing to me. So honestly, this place isn't nearly as annoying as it is for most people, at least for me. Though it still is filled with spikes and annoying enemies. She also got me the Dubai pistachio chocolate. Oh. Yeah, that is exactly my opinion. My mom got a bunch of that Dubai chocolate, and I was like, this is just a really fancy Kit Kat. Like, it's all it is just chocolate with pistachio nuts in the middle. And pistachio nuts have a remarkably similar crunch to the wafers of a Kit Kat. The chocolate, yes, you're absolutely right. It's just a... I feel like scam is a little strong of a word to describe it, but it is overhyped. Like, anyone who was, like, peddling that crap, I have less respect for. Luckily, I am not on TikTok at all, so I know I never saw any of the videos that were actually like, oh my gosh, this Dubai chocolate is the best. Ripoff? I mean, overpriced. Yeah, I guess you could call it a ripoff. Just because it's not worth the money. Like, no way. Ay, ay, ay. Whatever. We're just gonna swim. And so, yeah, this one random wall is the back door. I'm a huge chocolate lover, and I would argue that the bite was worse than the hurt. Do I? Yeah. You know what? I think I'd go as far as to say that I would rather have a milk chocolate Hershey bar than a Dubai chocolate bar. But that's also just because I prefer just, like, straight up chocolate than, you know, chocolate with stuff inside of it, generally. But yes, we are now in the mist. Which functionally is kind of like this game's version of the Lost Woods. So, all of the rooms are randomly generated, and in order to find out which exit will lead you to the correct path, you need to follow the silk flies. Yes! This area, my first experience with it was really funny, because I didn't get to this area until very late into Act 2. And I found it by... so I was in a part of the Citadel that I didn't have a map for, and I was like, man, I need to find a map for this place. And I found a secret entrance that led to a new area. And I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. I need to find a map, though, for this place. And I couldn't find a map for it. And then, in my attempts of finding a map, I fell into this place. And I'm like, damn, this is a cool new area. I need to find a map for it, though. And then I died. And I got sent all the way back to the first area that I didn't have a map for. But yeah, this place is beset by the Wraiths. Those all-white ghost-looking enemies that are very annoying. And they're particularly annoying because they respawn as soon as you off-screen them. So, your best bet is to just try and avoid them whenever you can. Which is easier said than done a lot of the time. Okay. Is it just pure left? It looks like it's pure left. Okay, cool. I can do pure left. I'm gonna gamble and say that that was correct. Okay, I think that was right. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh, I didn't even see that trap there. That sucks. I do see that trap down there. Oh, goodness. Okay. Of course. Lovely. Alright, that was unfortunate. But yeah, when they grab you, they do 2 masks of damage and also drain you of silk. So if you were able to bind, you would lose the ability to. Okay. I assume I went through the right door. We'll have to see. Lovely. Oh, you're kidding me. That sucks. Yeah, so the problem... I was getting a little too aggressive there. But yeah, those guys, you really just want to stay... How long did it take to get used to the 45-degree jump? The answer is not... Like, I don't think I'll ever be fully used to the 45-degree dive. It's just fundamentally not as intuitive as a standard pogo. But I enjoy it. Like, I like it almost as much as a normal pogo, because even though it is a bit more situational and a bit less intuitive, it's like really aerodynamic. Like it's just cool. It's fun. It's fun to position yourself mid-air and just fall down on someone. Ay, ay, ay. But yeah, the Wraith enemies are annoying. Mostly just because if you don't stay perfectly still, they will start taking really weird angles in their dash towards you. So you just kind of need to be super patient and not move and let them dash towards you, and then you pogo dive off of them as they dash towards you. But sometimes if you're in a really tight spot, then you don't really have that sort of breadth of movement. They look super cool. Like, as far as enemy design, I think they're really solid. They're just a bit of a hassle, and if there's multiple of them, then good luck. Of course. Okay, I think they were going down in this direction. I'm very lucky to have not angered that other Wraith. In hindsight, it probably would have made more sense. Did I? Hold on, I'm trying to recount. I don't think I need to get in a better habit of counting my deaths. I mean, I died twice before getting to Sinner's Road. I died once in the ambush room. Once getting to starting the platforming challenge. Another time finishing the platforming challenge, and that time in the mist. So yeah, I'm at 6. Okay, halfway. We got really close to finishing it the first way through, but oh well. That's how it be sometimes. I'm going to see if there's a spot, some silk flies that aren't. Oh my goodness. I swear. These traps are, like, invisible, dude. Like, how are you able to see them? Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. What direction? Please be close. Please be close. Nope. They're as far away as possible. Lovely. Don't think I don't see you, Trap. Okay, where am I supposed to go? Down. Oh, thank goodness. Falling down here is always super stressful. Because I don't have glide, and if you fall, like right here, if you fall here, you just get deposited at the entrance of the mist, and you have to do it all over again. It's a pain. We're rushing. Okay. Made it through the mist. Oh wow. I've only been streaming for an hour 45 minutes and we're almost about to get into the Citadel. That's pretty good progress. We were talking about pipe organs earlier, and this is called the exhaust organ. It's a giant music-based mechanism where the Citadel dumps all of their waste and excess. Oh, I need to go down. Here we go. Oh, then there should be a flea. No. It's up here. Do. Ah, dang it. Oh well. Alrighty, we've got a good number of fleas. I think the next time we need to go back and talk to Flea Master, we'll be able to just skip straight to Greymoor. Fight me! The Phantom. Man, I wonder if this is based off of something. Some kind of operatic phantom, maybe? Phantom is a girl, but yes. This is a very fun boss fight, and the music is divine. Ah, dang it. Ah, goodness. Oh, you think this is Grimm's sister? There's someone that I would say resembles Grimm a bit more than Phantom, but there certainly is a bit of that, especially the organ, has a bit of that vibe. I can concede that, and I thought that was a safe spot, but it definitely was not. Alright, this is a bit trickier. I normally have tools for this fight. Oh.
Oh!
That's never gonna grow old. Actually, no. Silksong is not a prequel, it's a sequel. Is that Ice King? No, it's not Ice King. If you manage to guess correctly what it's from, I don't know. I'll give you a cookie. Yeah, I was originally trying to find a more generic kind of like mission failed sound for the death counter, but then I found that and I was like, perfect. This is perfect. Wow. I like this fight a lot because it reminds me a lot of like a very acrobatic Hornet, like Hornet from the Hollow Knight for like as a boss. But a lot of goodness, I'm getting my butt whooped. Oof.
Oh!
Let me actually do a brief. I want to look and see. I have the math here. Okay. Where is it? Widow. Okay. So I need Widow has 360 health. I have a 1 times damage multiplier with my current needle level, which means that I need to hit her 72 times in order to defeat her. Okay, so that's a number that I can shoot for. Try not to count out loud, just keep the number in my head, but I might end up just doing that to keep a vague idea of how much health she has left. Fight me! Ah, dang it. What are you doing, lady? Just standing still. 30? 31? Okay. $36, $37, $38. 40. So we're over halfway now. $47. 50, I think. Waiting for her to go into aggro mode. Should be close. Is my numbers wrong? I feel like we're approaching 72 and she hasn't gone to aggro mode. Or maybe that's just for phase 1? Maybe I read it wrong. No idea how much else she has for phase 2 then, because we're approaching 70. Oh boy. I can feel it in my bones. There we go. Heck yeah. This phantom has been exorcised. And in the process, we learned a new skill. Technically, if I really wanted to split hairs, it would be less percentage total if we went the other route, but I don't care. We're not going to be using the skill anyway, so... And I kind of wanted to show off this route, because I don't know, I like it more. Is the clip of character voiced by Tom Kenny? No, it's not. It is not. Tom Kenny would be a good guest, though. I don't think we get any percentage for picking up memory lockets, so... Instinct, I suppose. Oops. Alright, how much money do I have? 30. I can't afford either fast travel stations, so I guess that's the money I'll be saving up for next. But with this, we have entered into Act 2. This cutscene's honestly kind of funny, because it's the shot of the outside of the Citadel, and the main entrance has you approaching from the outside, but this backdoor entrance has you approach from the inside. So there's honestly no reason for you to see, like what is the context of this cutscene in terms of Hornet's perspective, because from as far as she's aware, she just crawled up through the sewer, dude. Like, She has not seen the outside of this place at all. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, let me go ahead and unequip Cross Stitch. What's this? The spider arrives at last, here to stand a quiver at our startling citadel? Pale child, you return only to mock? Your lands have yet to prove my match. The sleeping citadel shall be no different. Spider, dear, why must you remain so distressingly optimistic? The power that waits you above, you cannot conceive. Her who would snuff that hope with barely a glance.
That's fine.
Fool child, you still think me blind to the form of your liege, having come this far? This land's grandeur, the devotion of its bugs, and the curse that befalls them, the signs are clear.
Yanara.
Your kingdom is in the thrall of a creature beyond a bug, one of that higher caste. Whatever its desire for my silk and my shell, it shall find I'm quite attached to both. Marvelous! So the spider knows something of fathomless beings, and still it hopes to stand against one. A god. Where do you hide this boundless strength you claim, spider? I've watched you struggle towards us. Yours was a painful, broken trek. One needs grace to stand before the divine.
Vienta!
Then best you keep watching, child. I found those who claim themselves a god can rarely match the title. And experience tells me, even gods can fall. It seems that the god of Farland did not take kindly to our threats and chattel, or prattle. Why did I say chattel? But yeah, we're now here in the Citadel, and we've angered the denizens and the guard. There's something that's kind of interesting that you didn't see a ton of in the lower areas, but this Citadel especially is filled with a bunch of corpses that the string of the god who's controlling this whole place will kind of wrap around and then reanimate, which implies that you don't even need to be alive to be forever bound to the service of this god. Whew, we dodging. Money. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Before I do this, go ahead and pick up the white key. If you don't pick it up shortly, like when you first enter into this room, then when you go away and then come back, it will be gone because a NPC picked it up, and then that NPC becomes a shopkeeper, and they will try and sell you back the item that you could have picked up by yourself for free, which, honestly, based. Like, oh, you didn't find this, one random collectible in this corner of the room? Dang. Well, you need it for progression, so pay me money. Hello, caretaker.
Nesvir.
Let's go ahead and pay for the rosaries to this place, and then we're gonna have to grind more rosaries to get both the one down in the Grand Bellway and the Bell Beast path. So, a lot of money we're gonna have to make because we're so poor. Luckily, these guys are, have quite fat wallets. They take a while to kill, but as long as you're careful, they're pretty consistent. Oh, bro. Got too enveloped into his own hurt box, and then when he just shifted his head, I got hit. That sucks. Now, the sensible thing would be to go back and heal before I take on this boss. But I think I've pretty thoroughly established my recklessness and lack of care, because, hey man, if it's not Steel Soul, what's the consequence? This is purely a run to see if my crazed ambitions are possible. Not so much that I can do it cleanly. But this boss isn't terribly difficult once you get the rhythm down. Haha. I say that and immediately get hit like an idiot. Oh, and I don't have glide. That is an important thing to have. Maybe I should go back and get glide. I should, but I probably won't. Alright, I think I'm closing in on enough money to get all the bell stations that I want. So I'll probably stop. I'll just start running past these guys on repeat attempts. Oh, I didn't. I forgot to give myself the death. Hold on.
Oh!
Nice.
Karama! Karama! Karama!
Man, I don't have enough damage to kill these guys quickly. I think this is the right... I think I was targeting the right guy. When they come together, I'm pretty sure they just default back to whatever sides they start on, which is... So I'm just hard targeting the right guy. They do have separate health pools, so it's important to not just hit each of them willy-nilly and just focus down one of them really fast. Oh boy. Oh goodness. This is not ending well. Okay. One more phase. Is that the mayor from the Powerpuff Girls? No, it's not. I'll tell you this much. It's not a cartoon. It's not from a cartoon. When you typed that, I was like, no, I don't think the Clockwork Dancers is the mayor from Powerpuff Girls. I'm pretty confident in that. But no, you're talking about my death sound. Ah, dang it. Here's another one for you.
Oh!
Oh, I need to... Oh, we've hit double... Hey, we've hit double digits! I need to move this over a little bit. Hold on. There we go. Get away from me! Get away from me! Skyrim or Oblivion? No. Wow, that was a horrible start to this fight. Oh, come on, dude. That barely grazed me. Two hits in phase one is a trash. I doubt this is gonna go the distance, but we'll try. Contact damage, man.
Oh!
Brutal. And so we've entered into the... I should probably go back and get... Okay. I should probably go back and get Glide, because that will certainly help with the screen-wide attack, just for that tiny bit of extra consistency. But then I think... But I'm already right here, and the process of going all the way and walking back, it takes so long. I need to grind up money, because all my money is currently sitting in a cocoon inside the boss fight. I mean, that just seems like a lot of effort, you know? I could go back if I wanted to. Okay, that's good to know. As long as I die on the right side. Nice. Phase 1, no damage. If we can get to phase 2 with no damage, then I think we'll be a really good spot. I say that and immediately get hit like an idiot. Oh, goodness. Woo, that was close. Oh boy. Okay, phase 2, 1 damage taken. If I can get to phase 3, if I get through phase 3, we got it. Oh, come on, that sucks. Dang it. Ah, I should have seen that one coming.
Oh!
Get away from me. Alrighty. Phase 1 damageless. Oh, come on, dude. I swear. Oh, you're... I didn't think about that. Covering the whole... that sucks. And I run into him like an idiot. Ay, ay, ay. Ay. Yeah, no. The horizontal sweep across the ground that covers the entire floor, yeah, that's the hardest attack. Hardest attack to dodge. Oh, that's cool. Okay. That's some cool speedrun tech. When you pogo off of someone, you immediately get iframes, so you can just dash through them. That's actually really dope. I did press the death button, yeah? I can't remember. I'm losing track. That's not a good sign. I'm gonna assume yes. But if I review the VOD... Oh boy. Oh, I'm a dang fool, dude. Easiest attack in the world to dodge. And my greed. Oh, the back and forth, the double swipe. Yes, it is from a video game. There's only so many hints I'm going to be willing to give you, but I'll give you that one. Whew, that was close. Oh, I should have seen that one coming. Should have known that would have been a sweep. Whew. Oh, you almost got me that time. I think it's this one. I'm losing track. I don't think I've ever heard this music go this long. Let's go! Get killed! I am teabagging on your corpse. Oh, get wrecked, son. Oh, eat it. Oh, what's that? Where's your dance partner? Oh, what happened to them? Oh man, it's so sad. So sad that your friend's dead. Yes, it is. Oh, watch this. Oh man, where's your dance partner? Oh man. Most people take this a lot sadder than I am. I just died to these losers like 4 times. I'm a little. I need to get some stress out. As a reference, normally when I have upgrades and tools and the ability to heal, these guys are not hard. This is not a hard fight. This is the first time I've ever died that many times to them. I think during my first playthrough, I think I probably first tried these guys. Like. So I was getting I was getting a little upsetty spaghetti that I was struggling this much against the Cogwork Dancers. It's a very, very fun fight, but in terms of the difficulty, I'm not supposed to, you know, my pride demanded that I get recompense. But this is actually a pretty decent place. Been streaming for 2.5 hours. Do I take a break for lunch or do I just stop stream? That is the question. I don't know. I kind of want to keep going. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep going because I think there's one more stop I want to make. And I'll just have a late lunch. I mean, what time is it? It's almost 1. So yeah, I'm not that late. I've got time. But there's one more fight that I think I'd like to do before I call it for today. Oh goodness, yep. I should have. Okay, I know there's a platform down here now. I don't have a good way up. Oh, of course. There we go. Oh, oh my goodness. Okay. So, that's an unfortunate byproduct of the game trying to streamline its movement mechanics. So when you press dash while you're when you're pressing against a wall, you'll slide down. But if you press dash while you're on the wall, you'll do this little hop upwards. But if you reach the top of a wall, you'll instantly mount it and go into a jump. So I accidentally just mounted that wall and immediately threw myself upwards into spikes. So just gotta be a little careful about my positioning here. There we go. Okay. Got the halfway point. Actually, I should probably go back and heal because there's no bench between here and the next bench. Okay, little bug, I need you to climb back up. Thank you. Climb back up, thank you. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Cogwork Core is... It's not one of my favorite areas. It's a little too small for me to say that it's one of my favorites, but the music is awesome. I mean, so much of this game soundtrack is amazing, but, like, this place in particular... You really feel like you're inside of a giant clock. Oh, frick-a-frack. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna kill this guy. There we go. Oh, come on. I pogoed off of that. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, not having glide is a... I'm continuing to regret my decision of just not going back. Alright, we're gonna take on this this combat gauntlet, assuming that I'm gonna be able to do this with one without getting hit. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's not fine. Okay, flyer's taken out. And I immediately dash headfirst into the big guy. Yeah, that's about right.
Wow!
Okay. Oh, you're kidding me, dude. This is a really tough... Wait a second, I'm a dummy. And, yep. Okay. Well, I don't have a ton... Oh, no, I do have a ton of money. I really do need to get back to that. You're kidding me, dude. That's so frustrating. Well, there goes my money.
Wow!
That sucks. I didn't even have any silk eaters that I could potentially have recovered from that. I could have gotten some, I suppose, but... Ay. My stubbornness, once again, is my downfall. The frustrating thing about this is it'd be easy if these rotating cogs weren't in the way, but because they are, it makes the process of bouncing along the ground way harder. And
Oh!
Ay, dude. Brother. That's not hard. Why was I struggling so much? Because I'm an idiot. Alright, from the top. Oh, that was tight. Okay. Be like that then. I immediately get crushed. Ay.
Oh!
Man, we are racking up deaths like nothing else. If I could get through this one hallway without losing 3 or more masks, that'd be fantastic. Dude, I am getting baited by these freaking cogs so unbelievably hard. Jeez, like, it's just like, I position myself correctly, I send the dive, and then they just jerk away. It's like, ugh, dude, that sucks, man. Of course. There we go. Okay, we're making progress. Take out the bell guy. 5 hits, so 1. Oh, you're kidding me! That was... Dude, okay.
Oh!
I got matrixed, man. That dude saw all the algorithms. Sniped me with that, with the bounce of the bell. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Trying to find a consistent pattern. And that worked. We have 4 health going into this now instead of 3. We're gradually getting better. Oh, your guy panicked. Of course. Yeah. Okay. Yep, okay. Man, this is tough. And I don't... Yeah, there is no reason for me to keep doing this. Because I don't have any money tied to it anymore. So I should just go back, grind for more money to get the fast travel out of here, and then go back and get Glide. That would be the reasonable thing to do. Ay. Of course, okay, lovely. Ay. Come on. Oh, you're so annoying. Thank you, finally. Yeah, the combination of those two enemies make for just truly obnoxious. One covers the ground, one covers the air. They both, like, the one on the ground has a variety of attacks and ways to mix up. Like, it's... And I immediately get hit by the basic dash attack. Yeah.
Oh!
Oh boy. We almost made it, though. That was the last wave. So if we can make it through that, then we're in a pretty decent position. Finally, we've managed to get through that hallway without taking any damage. That's thankfully a first. Well, it's not thankfully. I'm not thankful that it's the first time I've done that. I'm thankful that I have finally done that. Oh, you're... It's always the easy enemies that will that you underestimate, and it's just like, just go a little bit faster than you're expecting. I pogoed. I don't care what the game says. I pogoed off that dude, and I shouldn't have gotten hit. Man, I am really doing bad this run. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, the bell thrower spawns on the left. How am I not dead? How am I not dead? Oh, I'm goated. If I manage to make it through this, I'm clipping this. And yeah, that contact damage, man.
Oh!
Happens to the best of us. That was a good run though. Like it started off probably the worst pace in terms of health to waves of enemies that I'd ever done up until that point. But then I really just sort of clutched up and then managed to get to the final phase, only to once again die in a really stupid way against that guy, because he's very skittery. Like, he will move around, and I will say generally enemies in this game are less likely to do contact damage to you by just dashing into you, which was a problem in Hollow Knight. But their movement is overall a lot more erratic and hard to pin down. So even though they're not dashing into you, you'll often be dashing into them because your movement's a lot more complicated, their movement's a lot more complicated. Run the numbers, and it's just kind of an eventuality that you're gonna run into them like a dang fool, and it feels bad every time. I don't have a good answer for this wave. I just kind of hit things. I don't have like a good strategy to rely on, because this ground pound guy is just kind of just follows you. The answer is it's one of Murray's death sound effects from Sly 2. Or not death sound. Yeah, I think it is a death sound effects, because it's like Cooper. Of course it is. You're okay. I'm a little upset about that one, because I pressed Nail Slash, and on the screen it didn't look like Hornet swung, but I know I pressed X. So, I don't know, maybe that's John's, maybe that's just the frame. Well, no, like, the attack is just too, like, I don't know. I don't know what Hornet's frame data is. I imagine it's not instant, but it's pretty dang close. Which is why I got surprised of why, when I pressed the button, nothing happened. I don't know. Ay, 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 just from all angles. That wasn't the last hit. Okay, fine. Bro, let me... Oh my goodness, let me hit this one guy who's about to... I swear. I've lost 3 health just trying to hit 1 4 health, like... Bro, this sucks. I beat high halls. I beat high halls without healing. This shouldn't be that difficult. But for some reason, these enemies are just throwing me for a loop, man.
Oh!
Like, it feels like the enemies in high halls were more predictable somehow. Which I can't believe I'm saying, because... Yeah, I sure did make that mistake, like a dang fool. Okay. I think the priority should be taking out the charging guy and not the flying guy, because flying guy is way too passive. And this guy just has too much health to try and prioritize, so you just take out the other guys. The charging guy, I think, only takes 6 hits to kill. Of course. Yeah, I think I just need to prioritize the grounded dudes who will die quicker than the flying dudes who are arguably more annoying. Get hit on, idiot. Okay. We're doing clean now. Get in the corner, idiot. I'm gonna kill the sword guy before I kill the bell thrower. Yeah, I did. Holy crap. Ay. Bell throwers are so obnoxious, dude. They're the worst. Okay, jeez, that should not have taken like 5 or 6 deaths to beat, but here we are. Reset that. Okay. Hello, big guy. Goodbye, big guy. Oh, lovely, lovely bench. Might as well just grab these wishes while I'm here. Okie dokie. I'm not gonna bother fighting you. You do give decent money, but not enough money to be worth it. Nice. We love sharking. And then this guy, yeah, we go for this. This will actually be really helpful. So this is a Silk Eater. And that's a guy we're going to run away from. But Silk Eaters allow you to retrieve your cocoon remotely. And get this, you can just do it from your menu. You don't have to go to a certain NPC to retrieve your corpse, like you had to do in Hollow Knight. So that's actually really, really nice. Go ahead and set bench to here. Might as well, while I'm running around, grab this. Okay, where do I need to go in order to unlock? Yeah, I need to go to... Or can I... What's over here? I'm trying to remember. This is a room that I... Yeah, we're not opening up this room. Can you give me a lift, good sir? Thank you. Alrighty, puzzle solved. Useless collectible that we're never going to use picked up. Shortcut unlocked. Oh, the bro! Bro came crashing down from the top ropes. That was crazy. Okay. Get killed, idiot. Alrighty. Path to bile water uncovered. Shortcut made. And this will be the last thing that we're gonna do before we call it a day for streaming. Yeah, we're approaching the 3-hour mark. So this is actually, if we can do this in a reasonable amount of time, then my schedule has worked out rather nicely. Oh wait, I'm poor. I can't get. Oh well. We'll set the bench here anyway, because there's less enemies to traverse through. Don't mind me. Alrighty, Gabe. Get ready for the most glorious boss. O drab and trembling squib, you who timidly step upon the great stage, fate has seen you chosen. Cast away your fear and join me as my partner. Far looms flame may flicker, but together we shall spark it ablaze. Let us enliven this citadel lost to silence. Let us rouse the soul of this once great land. It is the one, the only, Trovio! Oh, of course. Oh man, that explosion.
Oh!
So yeah, that is Trobio, the great performer. A lot of people have made the comparison between him and Grimm because he talks about flickering flames and has a motif of red and is kind of a showman. I personally think it's just a coincidence that he doesn't actually have anything to do with like the Nightmare Heart, but it's a fun theory. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, if you miss your pogo on this guy, you get punished super hard. So it's honestly probably safer to just not try and go for pogos when he's doing his tornado attack. Yeesh. That was an aggressive horizontal. Ay, ay, ay. Double tornado, it doesn't happen very often. Oh boy, that was close. That was okay, okay. We're handling it. We're handling it. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, phase 2. Oh boy. Ah, he bounced too much. I was expecting him to... Yeah. Yeah, that happens.
Oh!
Oh boy, that was close. I think I've gotten a better rhythm of how to pogo off of the tornado attack. Hopefully. We'll see. I say that, and then I assume... Oh my goodness, dude. This sucks. Almost got killed by contact damage there. Oh boy. It feels like the proper the proper ways. Like, there's no consistency on how far he moves before he let loose his mini tornadoes. So it feels like I need to instead wait for him to slow down, because that's the tell that he gives before he releases the tornadoes, and then just react purely based off of that. But that feels really awkward, because that would require me to be in a fairly optimal position to then react. Like, if I want to pogo off of his head in order to dodge the tornadoes consistently, I need to always be in position to where I can quickly get above him to then pogo immediately, because the time that he has between slowing down and then releasing the tornadoes is very small. So it's better to just, like, it's more consistent, ideally, if I could predict when he's gonna run out and slow down. But I haven't quite intuited that yet. It feels like there's a bit of variation. I think the rule is that he has to bounce off of the wall. Yeah, I think that might be the case. So, you just wait for the wall bounce. Oh, good. Bro, he beamed me with that thing. Just like a brick, just threw it right at my head. Oh, goodness. I thought, but I thought wrong. Oh boy. Do we get to phase 2? Yes, we do. Lovely. Up! Bro. I was trying to be slick and dodge the, like, you know, just micro-dodge the explosions, but you have to give them more respect than that. I thought, okay, that hit stun, I thought that I was the one getting hit, and I was like, I didn't know that had a hitbox. Why does that have a hitbox? But no, the tornadoes certainly have a hitbox. That's for dang sure. Oh boy, okay, we dodging. Bro, double explosion? That sucks. They just got layered on top of each other. And, like, I couldn't dodge backwards, and I couldn't dodge forwards because he was in the way. Like, oh my, and I didn't microspace. Wow, okay.
Wow!
Dude, the random explosions can really just screw you over. Like, I'd love to learn the exact, like, logic behind, because it's not purely random. I know some of them will, like, at least one of them will spawn on top of you, more or less. But I don't know. I would love to, like, go into the game code and be like, what exactly causes this, you know, these explosions? So, well, because in that explosion pattern, none of them actually spawned on top of me. So, like, I don't know the rule. Oh, you're kidding me, dude. That's... Oh, my goodness. Ay, ay, ay. He went just the tiniest bit farther than I thought he would. Just to juke me. Ay, 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 dude.
Wow!
I forgot he has it. Well, this is a horrible run. Ah, dude.
Wow!
Man, that was crap. I'm trying to put together any semblance of like how far he moves on the tornado, but I'm really struggling to intuit any pattern just by playing. Maybe if I go back and watch, I'll be able to be like, oh, when he starts the tornado from up above, he goes farther than you normally expect than if he went on the ground. I don't know, man. Oh, that was a tight dodge. Oh boy. Oh, that was... Oh boy. Okay, that was some good damage. Hopefully I can convert off of it. Oh boy, that was tight. Ay, ay, ay. Bro juked me. Oh, you're kidding me! Bro spawned an explosion on top of himself and on top of me. Immediately behind me, and then above me as I'm jumping. That is
Wow!
wild. Absolutely devious. That was a really good run, too, which sucks, because I managed to get to phase 2 without even taking any damage, which is where I want to be. And then I just a couple mistakes compounded, and that one really, really nasty explosion pattern just got me. Okay. Come on. Ooh, boy, that was close. That was pure random chance. Just run away from the bombs when they all bunch up like that. And, yep. Double explosion, forcing me to do a full retreat. Okay, missed that one. Oh boy. That sucks. Of course.
Wow!
Oof. The bosses are so much better designed. Like, in Hollow Knight, most bosses only had, like, 3 or so attacks, like, in general. And they generally had a sort of script that they would follow when you were in their face, and they had a script that they would follow when you were far away. And that was kind of the extent of how smart they were. The bosses in this game are so much, like, more dynamic and clever in the way that they position themselves. Like, again, this game is just so much fun, man, even though I'm bashing my head against a a fairly annoying boss, because, once again, no upgrades, no healing, is not how this game was meant to be played. Honestly, and I really should get float. It's just pride and stubbornness that's keeping me back at this point, nothing else. Because the funny thing is that, yes, I am doing this to, yes, these are all things I'm doing to myself. And the weird messed up thing is, even though I'm getting a little frustrated in the moment, I'm spending more time learning the patterns of these bosses that I really enjoy. So in a roundabout way, like, I am having a lot of fun, because I'm getting a lot better at fighting Trobio in a way that I otherwise wouldn't do, because if I just had tools and abilities and healing, I'd just, you know, blunt force my way past the problem instead of actually examining it. Ooh, that was so tight. Again, I think Trobio is, like, honestly, in short of a couple scenarios that feel a little unfair, I think Trobio is kind of a masterclass in random design that still gives you enough breathing room to succeed. Because everything about this dude is random. Like, feels random and sporadic. The way the balls bounce, which direction the steam comes out from the balls, how far he, you know, spins with the tornado, where the fireworks spawn. Like, it all adds up to being an absolute cluster.
Wow!
But there are very few scenarios where I look at a sequence of events and go, that was impossible for me to dodge. Instead, it's, if I had been more, you know, more aggressive, more passive, you know, held back, went forward, I see the route of escape that I just wasn't able to take. Man, he's really liking bombs this go around, isn't he? Bro. Bro, the explosion of the fireworks display into the tornado, he doesn't do that very often. That's pretty rare. Bro, he did it again. That's crazy. Oh boy. Oh, we got lucky. We got lucky, now we can just do a ton of damage. That's nice. Oh, bro, that sucks. Okay, okay. Microspace, microspace. Nope, we back up. Okay. Oh boy. Got a phase 2. Ooh, and we got the combo. Ooh, that was some really solid damage. Ah, I missed. Oh, that feels so bad. Yep, that was dumb. That was dumb of me. We greed. Oh, bro. Double bombs. Like, double bombs in the corner sucks because all of the bombs will bounce towards you if he's in the corner. So it's just a lot more hectic than if he does it, you know, if he's in the middle of the room when he throws bombs. Also, if he's in the middle of the room when he throws bombs, then they go in all directions, so you're only really having to dodge like one bomb. But when he throws from the corner, it sucks, and contact damage continues to be the bane of my existence. There's a part of me that'd be interested in seeing how these games played without contact damage, because there are plenty of Metroidvanias that don't have contact damage, and I do really enjoy the combat in those games. Not as much as Silksong, mind you, but it'd be interesting to see how the game would change, and probably how it would be broken if contact damage just wasn't a thing. Oh boy. We greed. Oh, we greed. Okay, when is that bomb going to go off? It just kept bouncing. Oh, bro, immediate into tornado? That sucks, dude. Oh, bro. Oh, he was about to go in tornado. Gotta keep my eye on him. Oh, how did I dodge that? That was. I've gotten so many close shaves on this fight. This is getting ridiculous. Oh my goodness! If this is the one that wins, I'm gonna be ecstatic. Ah! And my luck ran out. Oh, that was so close, though. I don't know how much health he had left, but, like... Whew! That was, like, 5 or 6 close shaves in like, quick succession. Oh boy. We're maybe approaching phase 2. Maybe one more stagger. Oh, that was close. Oh boy. Yep, phase 2. Here we go. Ooh, nice combo. Yeah, you really want to get the stagger when he's announcing phase 2, because normally he goes underneath the stage to do the geyser attack. But if you stagger him, then he just does something else, so you can just really rack up the damage. Oh goodness, yeah. Let's go! Oh! Ooh! Ah! Ah! Torobio! Get danced on, idiot. But yeah, that was Trobio. Only took us, what was that? The 15 or so deaths? No, because I had... it was like 10 or so. Somewhere between 10 and 15. Yeah, that seems about right. So I wanted to show off this particular part. Well, one, just because Trobio. But two, this is actually... so right here, this room up here gets to the next movement upgrade, which is the Claw Line. The Claw Line is required to beat the game. So I have officially gotten to the point where I have to get Glide. I have to get Hover, because you use Hover to ride on this wind stream. Also, do you like Hornet's impression of Marilyn Monroe? So yeah, this is actually a pretty good place to end it, because next stream I have no choice. I have no choice but to go and get Glide. I've delayed long enough. In the name of stubborn persistence, I have hit a dead end that I can no longer pass around. So next time I play Silksong, we'll be doing that. Pretty good progress. We got to Act 2 and then defeated 2 of the sort of quote-unquote... I think Trophy is required. Yeah, so we defeated 2 of the required bosses, and... Yeah. So, next time we will be doing that. Go ahead and... There we go. I would like to thank everyone for watching. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and God bless.